Hey guys, Omni here. Welcome back for episode 4 of The Last of Us. The last episode that we watched had this beautiful love story baked in between these bookends of Joel and Ellie continuing their journey to make it to Bill and Frank's. Meanwhile, the show begins to expand upon the characters in which they are looking for, Bill and Frank. And we get their background, how they met, how they developed and survived over these years, and it turned into this beautiful love story in the apocalypse. And it's one of the major changes from the game so far that we've seen, because their relationship and their dynamic in the games is a lot more negative, which is one of the reasons why I really enjoy this change. It's this beautiful bookend that also kind of reinforces the themes of the game and the show that center and revolve around the story of Joel and Ellie. And I like what they did here, because more so than what happened in the game with Frank's interaction with them, because he really didn't move the story forward other than being another stepping stone. Here, it thematically helps push the characters down the path that they're going to be on, and also foreshadows some things that are probably likely to come. I really liked what they did with this. I think it's an improvement to the story in the games, while there's a lot of great set pieces that did transpire within that segment in the game, that here I like that we're focusing on the characters, that we're focusing on the themes, the journey, the emotions of what it is to be in this situation, what it is to love, and how there are sometimes consequences to love. And I like those themes that we're kind of getting to have explored in this a little bit more. But I'm curious to see how the next steps unfold in this iteration of the tale. So we're going to go ahead and hop into the episode. So if you guys want to see the full-length reaction to this, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if you become a member of the channel, it gets you access as well. It is in watch-along format, so when in your own footage to sync up with the time code, see my reaction to the entire episode. You get the same thing for all the other shows and movies that we cover here on the channel. Over there, you also get to suggest and then vote on what movies to react to each month. We got monthly Q&As, behind-the-scenes footage. I try to make it worth your while, since you are going to support the channel. And if you guys enjoy this reaction, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're not already, because we'll be continuing this journey, and we got plenty of things to come to react to here in the future. So guys, with that all said and out of the way, let's go ahead and hop into episode 4. Here we go.
Oh. Pew 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 pow pow.
That's kind of adorable, man. Trying to figure it out. I would assume she's never held a gun up until this point. At least she's being safe. She's a smart kid, man.
We have to do this every hour?
Gas breaks down over time. This stuff's almost water. Back in the day, we'd drive 10, 12 hours on one tank. You could go anywhere.
So where'd you go?
Pretty much nowhere.
Yeah, oh, that is kind of a sad thought now that he mentions it like that. She's like, well, you could go anywhere like that, right?
Trouble
well, most of
is
us kind of didn't.
Because pressure.
You don't
I know it works.
Try to explain how siphoning works. He's just like,
No pun intended. Volume 2 by Will Livingston. Volume 2. Look, you get it? 2? Like T-O-O? What did the mermaid wear to her math class? An algebra. Like algebra. I stayed up all night.
No.
Wondering where the sun went. And then it dawned on me.
Feel free to wait in the truck.
Okay, but just know, you can't escape Will Livingston. There's nothing you can do to stop him.
You can always win me over with some shitty puns, man. Good old Shell gas station.
I got something. Here, this make you all nostalgic?
Hank Williams.
This is actually before my time.
Right.
It's a winner, though.
We met in the springtime.
Got something else. Right on the reading, they have some interesting pictures.
No.
Yes.
That's not for kids.
How do
Ellie,
you even walk around with that thing?
Yes.
I told you horses. I want to see what all the fuss is about. Why are all these pages stuck together? I'm just fucking with you.
That was like 1 for 1 from the game, dude. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be one of those reactors. But it's such a cute scene. Oh. Where? This bridge, this looks eerily familiar to me. There's something about a decrepit theme park, there's your tank, that is just haunting. A place that used to be for play, for reverie, fall into waste. Like that. It's one of the things about like one of the few things about Fallout 76 is their depiction of Camden Park. Because I used to actually go there, so it's like seeing like a post-apocalyptic version of it is eerie. Like broken down, abandoned playgrounds and stuff like that. Man, the music is so much an integral part of this series, and they're killing it. Because I mean, I know they got the original composer, but there are also the song choices and stuff like that so far too. Just sets the mood so well. Chef Boyardee? Yep. Yep, it was.
What am I even eating?
that is 20-year-old Chef Boyardee ravioli.
That guy is good.
I actually agree. This is too remote for infected anyway.
People? So what are they gonna do, rob us?
Well, they'll have way more in mind than that.
Yeah.
Actually smells kind of good.
Well, that would be Frank's then.
Joe,
What?
can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah,
It's gonna be a pun.
Why did the Scarecrow get an award?
because he was outstanding in his field.
You dick! Did you know this?
No. You go to sleep.
I was trying to think. I was like, I don't know. I couldn't think of it. Damn it. That was a good one.
There's no way anyone knows we're here, right? No one's gonna find us.
No one's gonna find us.
Never say that, man. Well, that's Papa Joel coming out right there. Oh. Did he worry himself into staying up all night to protect her? Or did he actually hear or see something? Oh. Those instincts, man, they're just coming back. Oh, be careful!
You don't like coffee?
It'll burn your face off. Face. Off. Dude, I got 34 years and I forgot where this was for some reason. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that on the camera all that well. But yeah, I've got this gnarly 3rd-degree burn from when I was 1 from coffee. Straight up slapped it out of my mom's hand.
What's his name?
Whose name?
Your brother.
Tommy.
Younger or older?
Younger.
Why isn't he with you?
Long story.
Is it longer than 25 hours? Because I think that's what we got.
Tommy's what we used to call a joiner. Dreams of becoming a hero. So he enlists in the army right out of high school.
So that was his bumper sticker on the truck.
If you don't think there's hope for the world, why bother going on? I mean, you gotta try, right?
Keep going for family. That's about it.
I'm not family.
No. Your cargo. But I made a promise to Tess. And she was like family.
What if you don't find him?
I will.
How do you know?
I'm persistent.
He's always going back to pick up Tommy, just like on the day it happened, going to pick him up from the... I love those types of cuts, man. That was a good one. But yeah, just like the opening sequence in the first episode, he had to go bail Tommy out. I don't think it's this. We don't know the situation here, but again, he thinks he's off to go bail Tommy out yet again.
Where the fuck is Pedro?
Hey! Please help! Put your seatbelt on.
Are we gonna help him?
No.
It was a trap. They were trying to bait him. Oh!
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You not hurt, nothing.
I don't think so.
That's not fast!
Oh.
When I say go, you crawl to that wall, and you squeeze through, and you don't come out until I say, okay? And they're not gonna hit you. Look at me! They're not gonna hit you. You stay down, you stay low, you stay quiet. Okay. Go! You motherfucker!
Oh, that would have been the perfect time to get him. You got him. Ooh.
Are you fucking dead? You fucking killed yourself, motherfucker!
You gonna do it?
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's over. We're not fighting anymore. I'm gonna go home. I'll tell everyone you're good. I don't know what to do. Get back behind the wall. No. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry, please. No one asked you. I'm sorry. No. We can just stop. Ellie, I gotta get in there. I can't fit through.
There's some stuff against the door.
Can you move it? Let's go. Fast.
Right.
I do remember vaguely a segment that was very much like this. An area completely overrun with this community. Bandits at war with what's left of Fedra, I think. I don't know. I remember something kind of like that.
This has gone too far. It has to stop.
It has to stop now, you mean? Now that you're in the cell. But before, people dying was okay. When you were safe and protected and ratting on your neighbors to Fedra.
They put a gun to my head.
Have I satisfied the necessary conditions for you to talk?
Kathleen, for God's sake. I never told them anything about your brother.
But Henry did. You think I won't do it?
Wow. I love what they're doing here. Maybe they're what's left that overthrew Fedra. Maybe rose up and took it back from themselves. For themselves.
It's not a Fedra vehicle, but they were heavily supplied. Could be Mercs.
Well, if Henry has a radio, maybe he found someone out there. Maybe he called these guys in. Will he live?
Oh, wow.
What if I had a doctor?
There's no chance.
Wow. I like this.
Find who did this. Find every collaborator and kill them all.
We the people. Run. This is some really good added context, man. I really like this a lot.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Thing is, I didn't hear that guy coming. He shouldn't have had to. You know,
Well, you're glad I did, right?
when you're just a kid. I know what it's like. First time that you hurt someone like that. If you, I'm not good at this.
Yeah, you really aren't.
I mean, it was my fault. You shouldn't have had to, and I'm sorry.
It wasn't my first time.
Show me your grip. Finger off the trigger. Now, who taught you that?
Pedro school.
Figures. Your thumb. Over your thumb. Left hand. Squeezes down on the right. Got it? There you go. You put it in your pack. You shoot your damn ass off.
Oh.
When do we tell the others?
Not yet. Let's just handle what we have to handle. We can deal with this after.
Kathleen.
After.
Dude. That's the nice little tease for later. Because I don't think we're going to be addressing that in this episode.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
Straighten up. I got you.
Man, I love these game mechanics, man. Her going through the other side to open shit you can't get to. It's twice in this episode. Love it.
God damn it.
Worried to be without me, huh?
By now, Wyoming.
Oh, yeah. Walked into that one. Hey, you know that guy who said he was hurt? How did you know it was an ambush?
He didn't.
I've been on both sides. It
Oh,
was a long
okay.
time ago.
Never
We
mind.
did what we needed to survive.
Did you kill innocent people?
Come on.
Come on.
Give me a minute.
Get up, you lazy ass.
Lazy ass. 56 years old, you little shit.
Joel? Joel? Joel!
What?
What are you doing?
So he can hear
I
people
don't want
coming.
someone sneaking up on us while we're sleeping.
Oh, I get it. You sure you're gonna hear it?
Of course I'll hear it. That's the damn point.
Okay. The reason I asked whether you'd hear the glass or not is because I've noticed you don't hear too well from your right side. Is it because you were shot there?
Probably more from shooting. So if you want to keep your hearing, you stick to that knife.
Joel?
Hmm.
Did you know diarrhea is hereditary?
What?
Yeah. It runs in your genes.
Oh, he's a...
That is so goddamn stupid.
You laughed,
I
motherfucker.
didn't laugh.
Yes, you did.
Jesus, I'm losing it.
You're losing it big time. Joel. Joel!
Henry. What a way to end it. Whew, man, that was such a good episode, man. Just the slow, gradual building of this relationship between Joel and Ellie. It's just so well done. And there's some moments in here that are just straight up from the game, man. I really love the way they're bringing it all to life. But also, again, something the show has been doing the entire time has been expanding on things, adding context, adding backstory, adding motivation towards characters that and factions even that were just kind of obstacles or stepping stones throughout the story. I love it. Like, I forget her name, but this woman who was interrogating that doctor for selling out her brother to Fedra, which resulted in Fedra beating him until he died. And then this QZ was overrun and taken over by its people. The people stood up, revolted, and took it back from Fedra. And they've procured all their equipment. They're scavenging. They're trapping people coming by, doing things that are very similar to Joel that he's had to do in his past. Like, just the lengths that you have to go to survive in the QC. It's interesting. And I love that there's this questionable morality that someone like Ellie, who hasn't really experienced all that much, this isn't her first time harming somebody, but someone that deserves it, someone that doesn't deserve it, how do you know which is which? And how do you kind of move forward when maybe you don't get that choice correct? Or how do you live with it knowing that you did what you did to survive by taking survival away from somebody else who maybe deserved it as much or maybe even more than you, and you just got the upper hand? I love that whole idea. And I love just like the way the gameplay mechanics are kind of being brought to life in here. And we saw some elements of it in the previous episodes and stuff, like the backpack checking, which is just a very normal thing, but it's also a very prominent thing in the game. The first aid, helping Tess up that thing so that she can go around and open a door. When we see Ellie doing very similar things because she's small, so she can go through vents, she can go through these little cracks that Joel can't necessarily get through and open shit for him. I just love little nuggets like that. And then we have these rogue survivors that are encountering them along the way, but we're also getting their motivations, their drive, like what is backing them and pushing them. We're layering out and giving depth to the greater world in the way in the game. And a lot of the human enemies you meet along the way, you don't spend a whole lot of time getting to know their side of the story. They're an obstacle, like I said, just trying to keep you from getting to your destination and getting what they can out of you. But you never really spend a lot of time, at least from what I can remember, getting to know them. They have they're trying to do what rights by them. They're trying to take back their world from Fedra. They got a grudge with Henry because he sold out her brother as well to Fedra originally. So this is more of a revenge quest for her, it seems like. But they're also stealing their supplies. I don't know what else is going on there, but Henry is made off with his little brother Sam, and now Joel and Ellie have gotten themselves wrapped up in the situation more than just being passerbys. Now they are in their presence at gunpoint, and I can't wait to see how this all evolves in the next episode. But I love all these interactions with Ellie, you know, from the drive in the truck with the spicy magazine to this book of silly little puns that she's got, and she keeps reading to Joel, trying to like chip that armor. But you see, like, in these subtle ways, just being with Ellie is starting to trigger those dad instincts of his. Like when they were camping out in the woods, and he's like, "No, we'll be fine. Nobody's around here. There ain't, around here we don't have to really worry about the infected all that much, but it's the people you got to worry about. But they don't know we're out here." And he like tries to reassure her, even though she's kind of worried and scared. That she's like, "No one knows we're out here, right?" And he's like, no, we're fine. And then you see him looking around in the distance, and then he doesn't go to sleep. Or at least he doesn't sleep long, because he is up well before Ellie does, standing watch, rifle ready. Because he's like, okay, I'm not taking any chances. And dad mode kicks in, he's protecting her. And then the same time, right after she has to defend him, he feels guilty for her having to do that. He doesn't know what she's done or what her life has been like up until this point, but he just sees a kid, and he's just like, You shouldn't have had to do that. I messed up. Shouldn't have needed to protect me. That's my job. And then he starts asking questions, giving her advice, showing her how to hold a gun right. And then we have, again, these little ticks of him opening up. Now he's the one starting to ask questions. Now he's even laughing at these jokes, and they're starting to learn things about each other. She's also very, very observant. Like, yes, she went to Fedra school and stuff like that, and maybe that's where she learned to hold the gun and work it, but she also was like, you could see her like examining it, testing it, thinking it through. Maybe she didn't have much experience with one. Maybe this isn't the first time she's held it, but it does seem like she was trying to like learn about it herself. Then there's these little things just she picks up on from observing Joel, where she's like, I've noticed that you don't seem to hear all that well out of your right ear. What I liked about the bandits, though, if you look at them all, they look like everyday people. Like, you can tell that they're the remnants of this QZ, that they're just survivors. They're not soldiers. They're not like raiders or whatever, and they're stocked up with Fedra gear, but if you just look at them from person to person, there's like, you just see all walks of life. I saw one person who just looks like it could just be your humble little grandma, just back there like armored up. It's just like they are the people, like their banner says, we the people. So I liked that whole little segment that they had going on there. And then just, again, these moral grays that start to creep in when survival is on the line. And then we got this setup of something brewing in the storage room. Something big. So I'm assuming we're going to get some gnarly big infected. Something that's been here for a while. I'm wondering if that is going to be that scene we saw in the trailer with the fire and that huge infected coming out. Now, I don't know if that's a bloater. I don't know if they're going to be doing their own super infected or something like that, something larger than the normal clickers, the runners and stuff like that. I don't know what inspiration they're going to take from the game to translate it into the medium. I just remember that just distinctly from the trailers, that image of this chunky, big infected coming up out of this like collapsed floor, consumed in fire. Yeah, we still have some stuff to explore, and I can't wait to get into it. And those are two characters that I'm really interested in seeing how they handle in the show, especially with their interactions between Joel and Ellie. So I cannot wait for next episode, man. I cannot wait for next week. But guys, what did you all think of this episode? I hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, please leave a like, drop a comment, subscribe if you're not already, and we'll carry on the conversation after the video. Remember, if you want to see the full-length reaction, you can check it out over on Patreon, or if Become Merle channel gets you access as well. And speaking of before we go, I want to shout out our channel legends: Manny Sherritt, Ryan Karen, Jason Coleman, Philly Vane, Yori Korskov, Margaret Grace, Melita, Robert Anguiano, Raven McCann, Jeffrey Hale, M. Sephiroth, Jake Cantrell, Amy Becca, and Josh Lee. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. But that's it for this video, guys. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everybody.